It's your boy, Mr. Wright Choice in the building, live in the O. This is our third time doing it, so we're working out the kinks and stuff like that. But we're back on it. We're trying to stay consistent for you guys because it's all about being consistent in 2024. That's the overall goal. But before we get into it, man, how you feeling, Omar? I know you just had drills this past weekend and stuff like that, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Had to shave the beard off, so I got to look different. I got the hat on because I got no haircut. Some of y'all know what that feels like. The look good, feel good isn't in effect just yet, but it will be. Don't get it twisted for
I
the
was gonna
weekend.
ask you, man, because I saw you with a little baby face. I'm like, how the heck he has a full beard for the rest of the month after he shaved it off on drills?
Hey, that's some genetics, man, to make the hair grow back quickly.
Really, really, really. That's why you got a hat on, I see.
So
Yeah, but
today's show, listen, I'm super excited. We're going to go over 3 super cool topics. We're going to go over the builders and the profits that they've been making. We're going to have some cool stats on you on that. We're going to go over a super cool neighborhood that for the athletes in mind, and Tramayne's going to have some dope perspectives on that out in Clermont. And then we're going to go over some revitalization plans and the brand new project that's coming in 2025 into Orlando. It might affect you, and it's definitely going to affect downtown. So I'm super excited for that.
all right. So, man, so let's get into it. So let's start off like we always do. Let's start off with this market. And I found some stuff that was interesting that we saw this morning and somebody sent over to me. Let's talk about the market real quick. So, on Yahoo News, we see that mortgage applications are on the rise. As you can see, at 9.7%. Let's talk about that.
So that is crazy. So that's indicative of, people are no longer hibernating, right? They're finally out. The year started.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming into March, April. The market itself starts to ramp up, which is kind of crazy because interest rates did tick up slightly in the last month, but
Okay.
still historically a low for if you're talking about the long term, perspective of it. But we're expecting that. We've been saying, and everybody's like, "Oh no, you're just saying that, Omar. You're just saying that because we have realtors." But we should start seeing applications start coming up. People having to move. PCS season is here. Relocation season
Ah.
starts. Kids start going out of school. Spring break is coming up next week, so we should start seeing applications jumping up.
You know what's crazy about that? Two things you just said on PCS. So my sister stays in Clarksville, Tennessee. She got 2 homes she's selling. She said the same exact thing too, because it's been on the market for like almost 2 months, and she said she wasn't worried about it because like she's in the she was in the military too, and she knew a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people start traveling there too, looking to buy. So this is probably a good time, especially in that area because that's military base. I know we're in Orlando, but I just mentioned that because it has PCS, and also I can tell about the rise because I just got 2 new buyers. One got
Yep.
pre-approved. I just got one pre-approved and another one be pre-approved. So that goes into this 9.7% that's on the rise. So I can see it personally. And I always try to do on this while we talk is talk about personal things that we also can relate to what's going on in the market because I think it gives you a good perspective of we're not just talk like fluffing anything. This is real. I'm going through the same thing, whatever the market's saying. And right now, I see that it went up. I got two new applications, and not to mention, me and Omar just had a closing last week on our listing too as well. Coincidentally, on the same day, we both closed last Thursday. So the market is definitely changing. Yes, the rates are higher, but as you can see, me and Omar are still getting deals done, and still getting applications in. What's your thoughts?
Do you have the slide up?
Which slide? You still see it, don't you?
No, I can't see it.
You
Am I
can't see
crazy?
nothing.
Nope.
Hold on, real quick. That's, what do you see now? You see both of us now?
I just see you. I just see. It is what it is. So the 9.7. This comes from the Mortgage Bankers Association, which as far as that is concerned, I would love to get a lender on here. In the near future, we're going to have lenders and brokers on here discuss their side of the story. But they're taking a beating, brother. If you think realtors have taken a beating by with the transaction count is going down, the mortgage side, they have definitely taken a beating because there's people, some of these mortgage brokers and lenders have, Lamborghinis, they had Bentleys last
Yeah.
year. Them things are getting
And year
traded in
before.
right now, buddy.
Yeah, because my homeboy is a lender too as well, and he definitely feels the impact too, um, with how the market is going. It's no more that they're doing so many refis and so many applications or whatnot. They got to try to maximize what comes in. And what I try to do is I try to make sure I qualify my buyers the best I can before I send them over, because you know how
Yeah.
it goes when you send buyers over. You can send 10 buyers over, and you can go 0 for 10, easy. Send it over to a lender. Real easy, you guys. I know it sounds crazy of numbers. You send 10 in, you think you get one. No, sometimes you can send 10 back to back, and they're not ready. Or maybe like stuff that they thought they was ready, and when they get their credit pool, they know the stuff they didn't even know about. So that's why it's always important, when you get an educated realtor that can go over some fine tooth things that you might not be aware of before you go to the lender too as well, that you may want to check up on. So that's very important. But it's a good sign to see that, um, mortgage applications are on the rise. That's a good sign. So let's go to the next slide real quick. I hope you can see this one too. So, you see
I
this right
can't
here?
see anything. Nope.
You can't see nothing at all.
Mm-mm.
That's very strange. So do
Okay,
this
it's
real
all
quick.
good though.
All right. So right here on this slide here, we're talking about builders showing a record in profits. I know Omar can't see the slides, so do this real quick, Omar. Hold
Yeah,
on,
I'm looking
I'm
at
gonna
this.
switch.
I'm looking at live.
Okay. Um, you can see a record, so you can see, which is crazy. DHI is at 1.7, Lennar's at 11.4, Toll Brothers 18.9, which is crazy. Pulte Homes and KB Homes, all of them hitting a record breaking. Well, builders showing a record in profits. Talk, expand on that a little bit. What you think, Omar, on this?
All right, so record profits. Where's this information coming from? Where'd you pull this from?
That's Yahoo News.
Man, Yahoo. Yahoo's exposing these guys. So first of all, when you're looking at builders and profits, when builders do land deals, they've done the land deals at least 3, 4, 5 years in advance. They've been working on this for a while now. It ain't just happened out of nowhere. So they've locked these land deals up probably 3, 4, 5 years ago, and now the prices are steadily going up and have gone up from the time that they went, from their forecasting. So not to mention that on top of that, some of these builders are selling out quick, man. I mean, they're having the leverage of being able to buy the interest rates in bulk. So they buy the loans in bulk. So that's why they say, hey, when you come to us, you have to go to our preferred lender because they already bought those rates down. On top of that, they have the highest spreads. So they're able to, they're not coming down on price. They're really affecting your monthly payment, which is how they're able to get these people in there at such a, um, at lower monthly payment compared to resale. So all that you add all that up, and these builders are eating up right now. They are fat. Last year, I say fat, meaning they have nothing but good business. I remember last year, um, up until last year, we were bidding for spots, and there's still some communities that we have to bid for the spots in the community. You remember that?
Yeah, I definitely remember that, man. I don't want to go back through that, but I definitely remember that. And I also like the thing that kind of blows my mind. I see Toll Brothers up here at 18.9%. I'm guessing because of the price point at home. Because it's kind of crazy. And the reason I say that is I'm like, dog, DR Horton is behind all of them. And the only reason I say that, DR Horton got like the best interest rates right now in the market, in our market at 4.99, and it's kind of more affordable to people that can afford the monthly payments. But I guess I can kind of see that with Toll Brothers because their price point's so high. I know they got like crazy margins in them price points, so I can probably, I guess I can see why it's at 18.9%. in profits compared to
Well,
the
well,
other
let's
ones.
talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
What's the difference between a DR Horton home and a Toll Brothers home? You
So
have the
yeah, go ahead.
contractors that build on DR Horton home, finish building on DR Horton home, and they'll move over right into the next community and do that
Hmm.
next house. That's literally right down the street. That could be a Toll Brothers home. There's the same people building the houses.
Yeah, you're correct. And there's a difference too. So if we break down all these builders, so you got Lennar, DHI, and KB Homes. Majority of them now, KB Homes not as much. It depends on the area. All of them are basically spec builders, kinda.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then you have Toll Brothers and you have Pulte Homes. There are not spec homes. And what spec home guys means as the builder already picked everything in a home, and they usually don't release them homes until it gets to a certain phase in the building part. So when you come in, even though you want a house that's say blue instead of green, you get whatever they have. It's not like you can pick anything you want. The builder already picked and did the packaging. That's why we call them spec homes. It's not like it. A lot of homes went to that. A lot of builders went to that style when COVID hit, and I kind of understood it during that time because what happened was materials were so expensive and material was so hard to get, and sometimes you have buyers that come in, they want to do like really crazy stuff, and sometimes it delayed the build so long because they're looking for something particular, that one person that you can't buy in bulk.
Yep.
So you may want a window that spreads all the way open. That might be the only person in the whole community, so they can't book order that and get that ahead of time, and then when it's time to build, they can put it in. They had to specially order that for that one person. So when COVID hit, it made a lot of the builders really made them think differently in their approach of how they build homes to get them out, because there was losing a lot of money during when COVID hit. I don't think people really understand that. So that's why you see so many new construction right now, because I believe that, in my opinion, they're catching up from what happened during COVID.
Yeah.
What you think?
So when you see something like a Toll Brothers, I see profit margins. I see the difference. Like if you look at the let's go on something everybody knows. Louis bags. What's the difference between a Louis bag and a Coach bag? You know what I mean? Coach bags at $200. Your Louis bags $2,000. It's made off the same material. You know what I mean? It costs the same to make them things,
Well, you know
but
what?
Louis is catching a lot
I
higher
ain't.
profit margin.
Well, I got a Coach bag. I ain't.
Hey, Cardi said we no longer rocking Coach bags. uh,
Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, that makes sense too. I like the analogy right there with the two different definitely with the two different builders.
yeah, and
So
if you have more questions on this, if this is something that interests you on, hey, you see that these builders are getting profits and there's some room for you to play. If you want more questions on that, hit us up. We both are very well versed in the new construction game. That's what we do. So
yeah, and I know you got some technical difficulties,
no, it's
Omar.
all good. Run it.
Nah, because we got to do the slides next. We're
I
doing
can
the
see him.
slide. No, we're going not the slides. We're about to do the next portion, which is Canopy. I know you probably want to see. Do you want to just really call back in real quick?
No, just run it. I got it.
Okay. All right. So, all right, you guys. So, next we're going to segue into downtown is changing. Downtown is changing. Omar sent this over to me, and I want him to explain to me why downtown is changing. I see it. Do you guys see it? But Omar's going to explain and talk about why downtown is changing. With this next, what we're going to talk about, which is called Canopy.
So the city of Orlando has finally unveiled a name for its brand new project going on under the I-4 underpass, and it's called the Canopy. So right now they're having it scheduled. Um, the construction is expected to begin in early 2024, and it's going to take about 12 months. It should be done next year. But the area itself is the area under I-4, right by the Kia Arena. So it's supposed to be this super green space that they highlight connection, safety, community, greenery, mobility, and artistic immersion. So down in downtown, they love the artistic expression. They
Hmm.
love to they love the accent artists. And then on top of that, what struck my eye on this particular project is they're using terms like multimodal needs, and they're trying out the park. They're going to do an additional 150 parking spaces. So when I hear things like this, when I see stuff like that, I know that we are investing in the things that keep us downtown. On top of that, I'm hearing that we're having issues with, transportation, which, bringing in the Bright Line is helping, and the new Bright Line exchange that's going, that they're trying to build out to Tampa, that's already going to Miami. That's a huge thing. You know, in Lake Nona, they have flying taxis that they're bringing in. So this transportation need, this is all the signs of a bustling city and how Orlando is trying to change going into the future. And I'm here for it. What about you? What do you think?
Well, the one thing that I like that I seen, that they had, I think 150 spaces. Don't get me wrong. What I read of parking, that's accessible for people to go downtown, because you already know how downtown is. You either
Mm-hmm.
got to pay for. There's not really a lot of parking downtown, really any. You got to go on a parking deck. So there's some parking space there. I like the greenery too as well. Let me pull that up. Let me pull that back up. So I don't know. I know you can't see it, but it's kind of dope what they're going to be doing when I pull it up. All this greenery, um,
So these are
that
all renderings.
yeah,
They're, you know, they're making it look all cool right now, but you see they have colors, they have a green space. You see the kids, you see the people with the strollers. So you see who they're targeting. They got shopping bags. So all this is in preparation for the brand new entertainment district. Well, I say brand new. The entertainment district that they've been trying to do down there, by the Kia Arena. So this is all in anticipation for that. There's more revitalization happening all around. So they're trying to just make it a nice, cool spot so that people can feel. Because right now, if you go down there right now, what are you seeing?
construction a lot,
Homeless
really.
people,
You see a lot of homeless
construction
people.
to homeless people.
There's a lot of homeless, but a lot of construction. A lot of they're making it nice downtown. I was just telling Kevin that before he left, that um, that downtown Orlando is definitely changing, man. When I first got here and I was going to the Magic games, you remember how you had to used to park under the bridge?
Yeah.
Like all that's changing now. Like now you got a parking deck. All the homes down there that they're buying up. Now
Yep.
we have skyscrapers that have rooftop access, having rooftop parties. You're
Yep.
getting all this new development. You get more people that want to live downtown, more bachelors. So I just talked to a pastor when they were talking about they want to move downtown. Uh,
A pastor,
um,
a pastor wants to move downtown.
well, they just mention it, as in, because of the vibe is changing. A lot of them condos that they have. What is that? The H? What is the big one? Don't get me lying, man. I'm trying to think. What is the name of the condos? A lot of people stay in. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh, Listen, I can't name
You're
a building
horrible.
off the top of my head, off rip.
You supposed to have my back on this, man. I just can't think what the name it is. I didn't record. I didn't flew my drone down there so many times. I know what it is. It's like a key part I always record. I just can't think. But say that, like I said, downtown is a great vibe. They're getting a lot of good eateries too as well down there too. Because I used to be my previous, well, not my previous brokers. The brokers I used to be with was downtown, and we used to leave there to go walk downtown to get food, a lot, because it was like walking
Hmm.
distance. Nice vibe to talk, network, and build relationship with people. And also, I like too over there by Lake Eola that you can pull the little scooters and stuff. Now you can do drive all the way down around downtown. The bus system is easy access because I used to have an office downtown. That vibe was really cool too as well. Get on the bus, get to meet different people. I used to get off to go to share. We used to have a co-working space downtown. We're close to the fire station.
Hmm.
We used to work there, so it's definitely changing a lot, man. Like I said, it's a great vibe. A lot of businesses are moving downtown too as well, getting into
So
the
you're talking
skyscraper
about
buildings.
either the View or 55 West. I don't know
Oh,
why it took me
55,
so long.
50, 55 West. That's it.
55 West.
Bro. Yeah, and they got a dope little pool at the top, man. You know, when I can fly my drone, I hope nobody watching this
Hmm.
to get me in trouble. But anyways, when I fly my drone, it looks pretty lit up there. So yeah,
Yeah,
55
because
West, man.
you gotta hit the special button and tell them that you're flying next to the executive airport to do that shot, aren't you?
Yeah, man, that sounds kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, man, I like Canopy, man. The Canopy looks pretty lit, man. You sent that over, and what I had to do is do some more research on it. About downtown and changing, which is very, it's accurate. Downtown is definitely changing. And another thing
I mean,
changed
there's a
about
lot
the
more that's happening, bro. You know, the old building that Club Paris used to be in. You know, the saloon, all that got rebuilt. They're gonna redo more entertainment down there. Church Street is in the middle of a move of just changing because Church Street used to be the vibe, bro. When's the last time you heard somebody talk about Church Street? I know we old. I know you keep saying we
Nah,
old,
it's
but
it's been a while. They're going to change. It's close to Camping World. You know, Camping World's about to. They put in plans and changing Camping World, either renovate it, which nobody wants them to. They said it's been renovated 1,000 times, but people wanted to tear it down, and build a new one. So that's close to Church Street too as well. So definitely yes, especially Church Street. You know, when all the big entertainment stuff comes, that's where Camping World is. That is the location where a lot of people park right there. There's a lot of parking there. So if you have business stuff, that's your front row with all these people that come in town to basically shop or whatnot. That's on Church Street, and you walk to the walk there. But the one key thing that they should build around there, and there is land, they need to build a parking deck. It's much needed down there because it's so chaotic to when you leave Camping World. There's no parking deck at all.
we'll see. More to come. I don't want to give out some of the there's some people out there already. They're
Yeah.
trying to sell different developments right now. There's developers right now that are making a whole corridor, the mile corridor. I don't know how far along they are with that just yet. I don't think they're ready to announce, but there's definitely some developers that are working on that.
All
Let's
right.
go ahead and hit that next topic.
So the next one we got coming up, man, is Olympus, man. Olympus.
Right up your lane, bro. This is right up your
Yes,
alley.
but I'll let you start it off, man. Go ahead. Tell me because you put the notes in this week. So tell me about Olympus. I'm gonna piggyback off how amazing Olympus is. So let's talk about this, man. And this place here in Clermont.
So I just I did a blog post about this this week. That's why I've been all up on it. But Olympus itself is a brand new development that's happening in Clermont. Which, by the way, tomorrow I'm doing the video in Clermont, so I'm super excited about this. Uh, but so right now it's on 243 acres, and they're scheduled to have 1,000 residential units, 1,300 hotel rooms. They're going to have million square feet of retail space, restaurants, office space, and then of course they're going to have the Olympus. All the athletic. They're going to have all the athletic. We call it. My mind's going blank here.
Nigga,
All
don't
the
have.
athletic equipment and all the athletic facilities. So they're really going heavy on health and wellness. Not to mention all the trails that they're going to have. So the active lifestyle is in full effect out in Olympus, and I'm in love with this idea.
Yeah, man. It's gonna basically you said it. Health, fitness, sports, and also hospitality. All that's gonna be in that location off of 27, right by Lake. Lake Bona? Well, I always say that name wrong every single time. What's that lake? What's
That's
that
your
park over there?
that's your side of town, bro.
Park Louis. No, that's in Clermont. I'm in Apopka.
Lake Louisa, Lake Louisa
No.
State Park.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was correct. I don't know why I was thinking. I was gonna call it something else, but
No.
it's right there off 27. All that land, and it's right up the street where they changed the name, Lancy, and also Pulte Homes is like right over there. It's a big old community, right there off 27. And the reason I like this is, I'm big into sports. This is
Hmm.
basically like, which is kind of crazy. Wild World Sports. They have all the sporting out there too as well, and then you have this here. You have this humongous facility of everything they're going to be building here. Let me go over just a little bit real quick if I can find it. I'm trying to scroll down for you guys so I can. Why I don't? Not the pictures. Oh, let me.
Go, go to site.
That's why for some reason I don't. Oh, that's why it's right here, but it's not pulling up.
Cause it doesn't like Chrome. Oh, it's got a whole interactive map. It doesn't like it on Chrome. I
Oh, I'm not
love
on
the technical
Chrome. You know what's
difficulties we
crazy?
have.
Oh, I am on Chrome. That's why I was doing it. I'm on what am I on? Safari? I believe I'm on Safari.
Edge. You're on
Yeah,
Edge.
that's why. That just
I,
threw a loop on me. That's why I'm
I
having that
I
issue.
wonder how many of y'all have these kind of issues. You see what I'm saying? But
Golly, I didn't.
what
Go
I
ahead, man.
absolutely love about it. So what I'm liking about this whole area. So let me give you my quick perspective on this. So I'm speaking to my, Clermont locals. There's a huge divide between North Clermont and South Clermont right now. So what I absolutely love about Clermont is that to me it's the land of lakes and hills. It used to be the land of centrists, but those days are long gone. But now, when you go out to Clermont, it literally feels like I'm in North Carolina. I mean, I can stop on a hill and I can see around the whole city. That I live on the east side. I live in Oviedo. That does not exist where I'm at. I live near the swamp. If you go out there, you definitely see some variation in elevation, but the lifestyle differences. So right now, the way it is, once they complete that Wellness Way project, it's gonna take it's gonna go from 40 minutes to get to Disney World down to like 10 or 15 minutes to get to Disney World. And when that happens, those property values are gonna go. So a lot of people have been buying out there, speculating. They're happy. They were holding off because a lot of people were telling them, "Yo, move to Winter Garden. That's a cool spot to be. Winter Garden's got the best downtown right now. It's got the vibe going on." And what they did was they went, "Nah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy out in Clermont. It's the same house that was at 600,000 in Clermont. I mean, in Winter Garden, it was at $400,000 in Clermont. So what do you think is going to happen when it takes them 15 minutes to get to Disney World? Those
Crazy.
prices are going to come together.
So I got it pulled up. I had to do it differently because how Chrome is. But so the sports complex is going to have a performance center, a ice center,
Mm-hmm.
a tennis center, soccer facility, a multi-sport field house, arena, athlete hotels, and a course to ride your bike. It has all these things in one location. So if you're coming from out of town, there's really no need to really if you're going specifically for amenities for your kids, doing like AAU, football, soccer, volleyball. You can come strictly to Olympus, and you tell them how to leave nowhere because they have hotels. They're going to have food. They're going to have all the things
Yep.
that you need. That you already spent the money to come here. There's no need to go all the way downtown Orlando or anything like that. They're making everything in that little hub city, which is Olympus, which is I think that's amazing to have. It's always good to have multiple outlets in one location, and we have that here. We have a lot of places that you can go to when you bring your kids here. Because what I have noticed, Central Florida is a big hub for cheerleading, volleyball,
Yep. Yep.
basketball, football.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a huge hub for all these sports that youth or middle school or high school that people come down here for a little vacation. Sometimes it's not a vacation because their kids are constantly playing like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they got to go back on Sunday or sometimes that Saturday afternoon. But the good thing about it is, even though that your kids are playing like that, you're in an area that once they get done, you don't have to drive anywhere. You can have fun in that one location, which to me that's amazing because sometimes you get burnt out. Your kid gets done and you're in the boondocks, basically in the country. Your kid gets
Yep.
done and you got to drive 30 minutes an hour away to do something fun in the city that you went to. You don't have to do that here in Olympus. Everything is right there. Now if you do want to do something, you're not that far from stuff. Four Corners right up the street from there. And Clermont's right up the street too as well. So you still have shopping, food, um, things that you like to do. It's right up the street. Cause
So
27. Go
sports
ahead.
tourism is
It's
one of the
insane, bro.
biggest growing sectors in one in real estate and two just in general. I know Seminole County just invested 30 million in upgrading the facility so they can attract, basketball tournaments, volleyball tournaments. And my daughter, she played volleyball for years. And I mean, listen, at a minimum,
Hmm.
it's like $6,000 a year just to be in the club. And then with all traveling, there's people paying 10, 12, 15, $20,000 a year for their kid for the opportunity to possibly get a scholarship into to go to college. So in these cities are tapping into that vein, and that as long as Americans have money, I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon.
No, it's not going to stop. We didn't even mention cheerleading. So my wife's a cheerleading coach, and cheerleading is ridiculous. Cheerleading is one, it's expensive, and two, cheerleading you have competitions a lot. You can have them every single week when competition comes. So you have cheerleading. You have like right now is the time for 7-on-7. So I didn't see anything about they said it had field houses. So if they have a lot of different fields, that could be a location for 7-on-7, which is very popular right now. That can be another location for people because there's a lot of locations here in Central Florida, but there could just be another added one that people can go to and play. And not to mention even soccer. Soccer is huge too as well.
So
Soccer
I would like
fields
to
out there.
see some of your. I don't mean to cut you off,
No,
but
you're
I would like
good.
to see which one of your audience, which is huge in football, and you got a lot of coaches that follow you and a lot of coaches that do content with you. How many of you coaches have been looking at this as a viable place to get your
They
stuff
should.
going? I would like to see that. Like to hear that.
They they should, man. They definitely should. It's because there's not too in the youth world, man. Since I've been in the youth world in a while, there's not too many great location. Like a lot of people go to right now, either Haines City. Haines City got some really nice one field. Apopka,
Haines City.
yeah, they do. And Apopka. There's some like there's more details and reason why they can use some places or not, and it comes down to money. Not so much as money, how much it costs. It goes into how much can they make money at the gate or people parking. So it's like it's a city thing or something like that. So that's why they use some locations and not other locations. But I'm hoping this will be a location because it's not that far for me to drive to. It's like probably 40 minutes from my house to get there, and it'd be great to go to a location that everything is there. And then two, I get to knock out two things at one time. I get to go there, record the game, watch the game, and also enjoy the whole city, Olympus, and see see what it has to offer, or whatnot. See the eatery. So yeah, that'd be
We'll
it'd be
see.
pretty dope.
We still got time until they open stuff up. We'll see about that. Right now, it's just a bare field with houses. Which,
You know,
by the way,
mm-hmm.
one of my favorite builders is going there. You know who's going in there?
Who? Toll Brothers.
David Weekley.
Oh, David Legally is nice. I like them. Well, it should. I know they'd be expensive because, like I said, Pulte and Lancey's like right there, right beside Lake Louise,
Yep.
right
Yep.
there. Off 27 got so 27 has a lot of land. Now, the one negative thing I would say about that on 27, you only can get there two different ways. You get there on I-4, take a left on 27, or
Oh
you
yeah.
get off I-4 coming down. You can get off on 31, I believe, or whatever it is, 31, and come all the way down and take a right on 27. So there's not like super easy access to get there, but it is what it is though.
But
They're
that's
building
why
that.
I'm telling you. They're extending Avalon Road in Wellness Way, bro. That whole thing's about to change. You're about to get the I-4 in like 10 minutes now.
They need to do that. Like yesterday,
Watch.
When I used to live in Groveland, that drive suck. That
Oh,
traffic
nobody's
is
saying anything about Groveland. We're not talking about Groveland. That's further up.
well, it's up the street, but it'd be easy access.
Yeah.
I said that because Groveland and 27 of there is not that far at all. You can get there really quick, and basically that's Clermont, Groveland, and Four Corners. They're not that far apart. They're all like right there, like a hub. It's basically like a Popka, a Coy, and you got Winter Garden, and then like Orlando. It's basically something just like that, because everything's so close to each other. But like it's growing a lot there, a lot, man. It's growing a lot out there, and like I said, I like
So
Olympus. They've been talking about this for a while.
I mean, right now, this is like when people ask me, "Hey, what are the most booming areas in Orlando?" To me, that's one, and then the next area is over there in Kissimmee, or St. Cloud area. That's two. Those are the where the right now. If you're trying to get new construction, that's where we're going.
Correct, correct. You're definitely correct, man. So you got anything else for us, man? This was definitely a good one, my brother. We talked about we talked about the market, which is definitely changing from
Yep.
the applications and also the builders. As we can see, they're getting profit. That means they're selling homes. And then two, talked about downtown, and then three, we talked about Olympus. Not just the building aspects of living, but a place that you can entertain and also live to as well. Because he did mention David Weekly. So we did hit on our three topics that we always like to hit on. And next week we're gonna bring somebody. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna bring one of our guys in. That's also a real estate agent, but he's also a builder too as well, and also an
Hustler.
investor or whatnot. So we're gonna bring in somebody special next week. So there's gonna be three of us on. We're gonna probably not gonna hit the script as much as our three things, but it's gonna be something different because we're trying, like I said, we're trying to stay consistent for you guys, bring out something different, some new flavor to the game. By me and Omar being content creators, we felt like this was a need for us to get in front of the camera and present to you guys what we're seeing on the market and what we're excited about, not just you guys. So I hope you guys are like what we're doing. Critique us, like and subscribe us on the bottom. DM
And
us if you
share. Make sure you share this with your friends. Make sure they see that they got people out here that are actually on the ground doing work, giving you the information locally that you want to know.
100%, 100% correct, 100%. So, man, you guys continue to stay tuned, man. Thank you guys. We hope this is a good time for you. I know we did 7:30 the last two times. We hit 5:30 this time. So we're gonna find our wave soon, you guys. That we're hitting all you guys at the same time on live. But man, y'all guys continue to stay tuned. We're live in the O with your boy Mr. Wright and my homeboy Mr. Omar, and we'll see you guys next week.
Take
Peace.
care. Have a great week.